MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's Game 1 of the World Series between the Baltimore Orioles and the Chicago Cubs. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to the World Series here on MLB Network. With me is Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. And Dan, we'll start with you. This series has the feel of one that's about to get very interesting.
Well, here's a little comparison of these two teams. Looking at it earlier, to me, the story is all about the pitching. Both squads have some good arms, and the team that gets the best outings are probably going to come out on top.
It's the moment these players have been waiting for. Game 1 of the Fall Classic is on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. Back now live as we count down to the start of Game 1. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your Chicago Cubs.
Briefly now, we'll look at the two starters who get the ball here in Game 1. And now the starting lineup for the visiting Baltimore Orioles. Thoughts, Dan? Who stands out?
Look, Matt, everybody should be looking at the guy in the 3 spot. He's hit over 500 the last 10 games. He's absolutely on fire. If I'm in that other dugout right now, I'm thinking this is the guy that we can't let beat us. We'll see how they attack him in this game.
Freddie Escobar gets the call on the mound here at home for Game 1 of the World Series. Dan, any thoughts?
Yeah, Matt, his last start wasn't a particularly good one. Lasted 5 innings and ended up taking the loss. He's a much better pitcher than that, and I think he's looking to at least, hopefully, pitch into the 6th or 7th inning in this one.
So here's how the Chicago Cubs are positioned defensively. And let's focus on Anthony Rizzo. Not only a Gold Glove winner, this guy has won a Platinum Glove, bailing out his infielders time and time again with his soft hands and feel for the game.
The 2-2 is looked at, and the count moves full. The October chill certainly in the air. Our first pitch temperature 46 degrees for Game 1. Now the 3-2 pitch. And he lays off ball 4. That's exactly what you want your leadoff man to do. Work the count and get on base.
Batting second here tonight, right fielder.
That'll bring in Joey Rickard. First chance for him here with a man on following the leadoff walk. And he goes with the pitch here and drives it the other way to deep right. And it'll fade just at the end and winds up a long foul ball. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. Here now the 2-2. Runners off for second. Got him swinging. The throw is well behind the play. That's an easy stolen base. So they can't get to strike him out, throw him out, double play, as there's a runner in scoring position now following the punch out. Here it comes on 0-2. Popped up. Flores over to his right. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Batting fourth, left fielder, Robert.
In now for the O's, Robert Trejo. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Borowski stands at second with 2 gone. Swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. Orioles lead 1, and now it'll be the Cubs' turn in a scoreless ball game. And a chance now from the north side of Chicago to check out the Cubs starting lineup. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
Well, of course, you have to like what Anthony Rizzo brings to this offense. I mean, this guy is a career 300 hitter. You talk about consistent. He delivers a good at-bat and clutch hits basically every time he walks into the box. I love watching this guy.
Edgar Cedeno is on the mound here on the road for Game 1 of the World Series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Man, this guy was really rock solid in his last one. 8 solid innings in his last start to pick up the win. We'll see if he can keep it going and make it 2 really good starts in a row.
Okay, here's how the Birds line up today on defense. And guys, can we focus on something real quick? There's 3 of them out there. 3 gold gloves on the defensive side of the ball. That's just special right there. Look for some highlight reel plays in this one.
So coming to the plate, Jesse Padilla. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Now the 1-1 pitch. Popped him up. Borowski is there. Makes the play, 1 away.
Batting second, center fielder, Albert Almora.
Digging in, Albert Almora. Two and 2 the count. That's popped up. Borowski onto the grass, and he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the second out. And with 2 away here in Game 1 of the World Series, let's give you a little refresher course at the roads these 2 teams took to get where they are tonight. Now batting, Victor Marrero. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. And a breaking ball swung on and missed, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. Still no score. In now, Chuck Ramirez, as it'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up to kick off the second inning. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Scorched to third. Chavez scoops it up. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second.
Well, I think he got away with one right there. It was a fastball right down the middle, and he hit it hard, but he couldn't elevate it at all. Would have been a different story if he did.
Ready now for Baltimore, Frank Pena. He'll get to take his first cuts here. The 1-1. And he gets a piece of this one to foul it toward the backstop. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. That was swing and a miss. He struck him out, and it's 2 up, 2 down to start the second.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best two-strike approach either.
In now, Raimel Tapia. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. The 1-2. Weakly hit towards first. Onto the bag with it is Rizzo, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Anthony Rizzo stands in now. He's set to lead off the home half of the second. Oh, and he was fooled that time on the pitch away as he went around for strike 2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Well, that's a great take there, right there on that slider down and in. That's one of the toughest pitches to lay off of as a hitter. That hard breaking ball coming down and in at the back foot. A tough take on a good pitch.
And he fouls this one off. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first down.
He showed right there why having a good changeup is so valuable. 2-2, and he flips one up there that the bottom really falls out at the last minute. It's so hard to pick up, and it's even harder to make good contact with.
Stepping in now, Javier Baez. Cubs shortstop with a 3-1 count.
Right there is a temptation pitch. Power hitters like this are looking for pitches that they can drive. So that may have been one where he was trying to get him to chase up above the zone a little bit.
The 3-1 pitch. Fouled off. Bottom of the second here with no score. And he looks at ball 4 now, so he's aboard, and you always have to worry about the threat of the steal when he's on base.
And I'm sure the manager is just fine with that. I mean, it's better to battle a slugger like that to the end and end up walking him than serving one up where he can really hurt you.
So in now for Chicago, Wilson Contreras. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Strike called. Now the throw down is going to be far too late. That's a stolen base.
Some managers treat the postseason as a time to be aggressive, and that's exactly the case here. They had the speed burner on the move, and it worked out nicely for him. Just got to drive him in now.
The 1-2. Dribbled up the line. Ramirez is up with it. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Batting 7th, third baseman, Samuel.
Coming to the plate now, Samuel Chavez. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. Popped him up. Castillo has a play, and the inning is over. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. At the plate, Joaquin Castillo, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Swinging a soft liner. And the Orioles have their first hit of the game.
Not every ball's going to be smoked on the screws. There's a nice soft liner in the center field that lands right before the center fielder.
Now a bunt attempt here, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. Castillo gets his lead at first, nobody out. And he pulls this one back in time. 2-2.
I don't know if that was discipline or whether he's just not swinging the bat at all, but hey, at least he's making the pitcher throw a few more pitches.
The 2-2. In the dirt here. And boy, he didn't quite know what to do on that one, but he's lucky to barely get back at first. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Now a bunt attempt here. And they'll just tag him out along the first base line.
Sacrifice was in order right there as he gets the bunt down right there. And sometimes it's easier to just tag him instead of making that throw to first base.
Into the box, Craig Borowski. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that nearly broke our scoreless tie. Instead, it's a foul ball. Out in front of a fastball as this is ripped down the left field line. That's going to be a fair ball. He pulls into second safely as they jump ahead with a run scoring on the play.
Now batting.
So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance. And he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
Into the box now, Joey Rickard. And that is in there at the letters to run it full. 3-2. Now the payoff pitch home is swung on and missed. Strike 3.
The batter, number 9, shortstop.
Ready for another chance? Mike Tarek. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Now the 1-1 pitch. Down the first baseline. Rizzo is there, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Orioles get a run on the RBI double. We played 2.5, and it's 1-0 Baltimore. Leading off the inning, Freddie Escobar, and they'll need him to get something going here. And he'll come back with one in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. The 2-2. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Rickard's under it. He's got it 1 away.
Batting 9th, second baseman, Carlos Flores.
Cubs to this point have yet to break into the hit column. Swing and a line drive. A leap here, but it ticks off his glove. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him.
Well, I'm shocked he even pulled the trigger on that pitch. He might have been fooled right there, but he was able to keep his hands back and scramble a good pitch for a base hit.
Digging in now, Jesse Padilla. He flew out in his last at-bat. Here now the 2-2. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
We could see the runner in motion here on a 3-2 count with one out. There's a pretty good chance he's going to get a pitch to swing at, and if not, it's ball four anyways.
The 3-2 pitch. And this misses for ball four. The second walk he surrendered here in the first 3 innings.
The batter, center fielder, Albert Almora.
And now here's the versatile outfielder, Albert Almora Jr., as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Chopped weakly to the left. He's got to hurry, and indeed he'll not even try as he goes to first, and that means 2 men are in scoring position now with 2 away.
Had to protect there with 2 strikes, and he just got it off the end of the bat. Not much of a problem for the infield at that point.
Standing in now, Victor Marrero did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. The next 1-2 pitch. This is line to left, and that's in there. Base hit. The run scores from second. It's now a 2-1 ball game.
Hey, Dan, batter drives in 2 right there to give his team the lead. This looks like it's going to be a little bit back and forth. As a pitcher, how do you stop the bleeding?
The one thing you have to do is just concentrate all you can to try to get that first hitter out of each inning. This has the makings like this is going to be one of those seesaw affairs.
In now, Anthony Rizzo. And this pitch misses for ball 4. So that's going to move a runner into scoring position now with 2 away.
He did not want to let the hitter off the hook with 2 outs, and now he's got a runner in scoring position to deal with.
Here's Javier Baez. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the 3rd. Marrero over at second. Rizzo at first. 2 out in the inning. Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
I'll tell you, if I'm on the hill, I'm throwing that changeup again. Didn't look like he picked it up very well out of his hand.
Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2.
2 walks in this inning already, so he can't expect to stay out there much longer if he puts somebody else on. We'll see if he can find it.
Here now the 2-2. Swing and a little tapper, but that one rolls foul. He's set. Here's the 2-2. And a neck-high fastball that time.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Line drive to left. Trejo is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. So 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. On to the 4th now in game number 1. It's the Cubs 2 and the Orioles 1. So now the Oriole cleanup hitter, Robert Trejo. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. Nearly a big fly to start the inning. Instead, a foul ball. Swing and a miss got him reaching. The throw to first is in time, 1 down. Stepping up now, Chuck Ramirez. He got on top of one and was a ground down victim last time. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Now that ball's hit well deep down the left field line, headed toward the foul pole. And this will wind up being nothing more than a long foul ball, and it'll hold the count at 0-2. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
Tried to get him to chase that 0-2 curveball there, but he wasn't biting. Very well could see it again here, though.
Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. The next 1-2 pitch. Line towards center field. And that's a base hit. 1 for 2 in his first couple of plate appearances.
Now batting, catcher, Frank Pena.
Digging in for his second at bat, Frank Pena. 4th inning of a 2-1 ball game. And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full.
Well, I think this is the kind of approach they need against such a prolific starter. You can't count on putting up a lot of runs, so getting him out of the game has to be the priority. Working at bats, full counts, running up the pitch count is a great way of doing that.
And that misses ball 4, so it's 1st and 2nd now with only 1 away.
Well, he battled to get it to a 3-2 count, but that pitch wasn't even close. Now he's got a man on with 1 out, so he's got to focus on trying to get the ground ball.
And that'll bring up one of the top prospects in the game, Raimel Tapia. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Slider, and it's off his glove, and it bounces away. So now 2 men in scoring position. One run on 3 hits, and no errors for the Orioles so far. And he tried to hold up that time. We'll get an appeal down to 3rd, and no swing. It's ball 3. Once again, a 3-2. Hit hard on the ground to 3rd. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Now batting, for first baseman, Joaquin Castillo.
Digging in to try it again, Joaquin Castillo, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at 3rd. And he misses 2-1. The 2-1 will not catch the zone, ball 3.
Here's the game within the game. You have a better matchup on deck. You got a 3-1 count in this situation. Don't be afraid to put him on base and attack the next guy.
Already 24 pitches to this point in the inning. And a full count now, 3-2.
Well, that's a tough pitch to take right there, right down the middle. But I think that happens when you're facing a good pitcher like this guy. The last thing you're expecting is one right down the pipe, and unfortunately, he let that one go, and he'd like to have that pitch back to take a good swing at that one.
Here's a ball for Rizzo over at first. And the two-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Orioles strand a couple. Our score remains 2-1. Riding in once again, Wilson Contreras. He's set to lead us off in the home half of the fourth inning. Grounded to short. Hara over to his left. Throws in time, and that's out number one.
Now batting.
So with that, let's call on the guys in the graphics department to put up the pitch speed comparison for the two starters. And these two guys have both displayed their power arms so far with top speeds at 94 and 97 respectively. Coming to the plate now, Samuel Chavez. Now the 1-1 pitch. Takes a pitch for strike number 2.
Hey, I couldn't tell from up here if the hitter was taken all the way or sitting fastball and just got knee buckled. Either way, that was a really good curveball right there. Move on to the next pitch, but have that in the back of your mind.
And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
That's back-to-back breaking balls away, but now he's got himself into a little bit of a tough spot. You probably can't throw that again, so your opponent is probably up there just looking for a fastball that he can drill.
And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2. Two runs on 2 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. Sent on the ground out to second. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly.
Jeez, this looks like a routine grounder that just got away from him. Every school kid knows that you've got to look it all the way into the glove. He didn't, and now they've got to deal with a one-out base runner.
Into the box, Freddie Escobar. Now a bunt attempt here. Flip to the second baseman covering now for the out.
The batter, number 19, second baseman, Carlos Flores.
Standing in, Carlos Flores. Chavez at second with 2 down. Grounded back up the middle. Hara right there. Throw on to first, and that error won't come back to haunt him after all as the inning is over. 1 left for the Cubs as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. So here's the Orioles pitcher, Edgar Cedeno. He successfully laid down a sac bunt in his last plate appearance. The 1-1. Line softly out toward left center, and the pitcher's got himself a base hit.
I can't believe this guy hasn't been smiling all the way down to first base. For an American League pitcher who doesn't get a chance to work on this much, maybe takes BP a couple times a year, for him to be in a World Series game focused on executing pitches and to mix in a big base hit, what a special moment.
Stepping in now, Craig Borowski popped him up. Marrero is after it. He's there and records the first out. That was a tough play, so let's take another look at it with Show Track. Seemed to get a solid read off the bat, took a good angle at it, and he covered over 100 feet to make the grab. And I'm sure he'll be getting some high fives for that one. That'll bring in Joey Rickard. He's gone down on strikes twice already in this one. And Dan, when you know you have a chance to hand someone a hat trick for the game, is there any extra motivation to punch him out again?
Hey, there's no doubt about that, Matt. When you have a good hitter like this and you punched him out twice already, you just want to continue to go out there and make good pitches and see if you can't dominate him for a third time.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center.
Waiting on it is Almora.
Makes the play, and there are two gone now. Oh, and the throw back in is a wild one.
The batter, number 9, shortstop, Mike Hara.
Digging in, Mike Hara. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. A little bouncer. That winds up foul for the second strike. The 1-2. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. The 1-2. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Padilla on the move. He's got it as the tying run is left on base. One left for the Orioles. They're down 2-1. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Jesse Padilla. 0 for 1 with a run scored thus far. The 1-2. Hit out towards second. Borowski takes it in. And there's one down now.
Center fielder, number 5, Albert Almora.
And now here's the versatile outfielder, Albert Almora Jr. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. Here it comes on 1-1. Sliders in for a strike. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Fifth inning, 2-1 our score. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
I think if he executes that pitch on the corner instead of off of it, he probably gets some pretty weak contact, if anything. He jammed him pretty hard on the previous pitch, so my bet was he was going to try to cheat on the inside part, thinking it might be coming again.
And that's the second out.
Now batting, right fielder, Victor Marrero.
The next Cub up, Victor Marrero, coming off the clutch 2-run single his last time up. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Now the 2-1. Taken, strike 2.
That's why this guy is great. Never misses over the heart of the plate. He's got electric stuff, but pinpoint control to all 4 quadrants.
The 2-2 is laid off, and the count runs full.
Pretty easy pitch to lay off there, 2-2. Not even close to being in the strike zone. He made it easy for the hitter in that one.
Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. Cubs are down in order. They lead it 2-1. So here's the cleanup hitter, Robert Trejo. Due up are the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, and they're hoping that this is the part of the lineup that can get something going.
Yeah, only 1 run on the board so far for them. They just haven't had consistently good at bats.
A swing and a miss on a ball that jammed him. Fastball stays way up that time for ball 2. Got him. And he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time. What's your take on all the strikeouts we see in the game today, Dan? That was his 3rd tonight, and it seems we're seeing that a lot more these days.
Yeah, Matt, there's been a real change in philosophy as far as hitting in baseball today. A lot of guys think now that an out is an out. A strikeout is just as good as a regular out, but we're seeing strikeouts at an alarming rate in baseball right now.
Into the box now, Chuck Ramirez. Oh, they have him looking awfully confused up there right now. It's 1-2.
That's been a great pitch for him all night. Able to push and pull the throttle a little bit, throwing a good fastball located and mixing in that nasty changeup with good arm action.
The 1-2. The bouncer to the left side. Chavez gonna have to hurry, and there's out number 2.
Now batting, catcher, Frank Pena.
Striding into the box, Frank Pena. The 1-1 home. Is a sinker that dips below the zone for a ball. Hit back up the middle. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Orioles. They still trail it here 2-1. Parker Bridwell enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
Number 69, Parker Bridwell.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now. He'll look to get things going here in the Cubs half of the 6th. And the fastball easy to lay off that time. 2-2. Here now the 2-2. Here is a ground ball now for the shortstop to the right of second. And there's one away.
The batter, number 9, shortstop, Javier Baez.
Here's Javier Baez. Hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out. Low-scoring game thus far, 2-1 here in the 6th. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
In now, Wilson Contreras. Now a fastball here that'll wisely lay off, and it's 1-2. And now a right-hander up and throwing in the Baltimore bullpen. The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2.
Kind of pitching him backwards in this AB. Soft stuff early, then those last 2 were fastballs, trying to get it right by him.
set. Here's the 2-2. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. Skied into very shallow right. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. They still lead it 2-1. Welcome back here to the historic friendly confines of Wrigley Field. 7th inning coming up now in game 1 as we take a look here at our game summary through the first 6 innings so far. And that'll bring up one of the top prospects in the game, Raimel Tapia. He was a ground out victim last time up.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
A couple of lefties start to get loose now in the bullpen. The 2-1 home is taken for strike 2. Hit on the ground to third. Chavez is there, and the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
The first baseman, Joaquin Castillo.
Ready once again, Joaquin Castillo. We're in the 7th inning now of a pitcher's duel. 2-1 our score. A ball and 2 strikes to the Baltimore backstop now.
We're seeing him in an absolute groove out there in the mound right now. Retired 7 straight, and mechanically, he looks really consistent and fluid to me.
A swing and a miss. He offered it a ball way outside the strike zone for out number 2.
The bottom third of the lineup hasn't put up a lot of resistance in this one. Pretty much has been sure outs other than that one hit. That really puts a lot of pressure on other guys to make stuff happen. These aren't the guys you usually count on, but it certainly helps if they can do something productive.
Esteban Mendoza.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 home. To center field. A dive, but it'll get past him out in center, and this could roll till tomorrow. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away. Finally, a little something for them to get excited about.
Yeah, a rally can begin with the single swing of the bat, and this might be their chance right here. They've struggled to produce a lot of runs, but there he is at second base. A shot to the outfield scores it. Then who knows what kind of roll they could get on. Got to take it one good at-bat at a time.
Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Ray Jones is in out of the bullpen now as he'll be inserted into the number 6 spot following the double switch. Steve Rodriguez is also into the ball game as he'll hit in the number 8 spot here.
Number 34, Steve Rodriguez.
Standing in now, Craig Borowski. 3-1.
You like the modern style of baseball. Here it is. Both starters kept their teams in the game. It's close right now. Now we hand it over to the nasty bullpens. Let's see what matchups are going to take place.
Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. There's a ball into right center field. That's going to be a base hit. And that's going to flank the tying run from second as we've got ourselves a brand new ball game now.
You know, D-Row, in today's game, it's not easy scoring in the late innings, so that RBI base hit to tie things up, that comes at a really good time.
Yeah, I say it's not easy. They got 11 guys in the bullpen, and I don't think a guy throws under 97 miles an hour with sinking cut. That is unbelievable he's able to get that knock in that big spot.
Lifted down the line in left. Padilla has a read on it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. It's a run on 2 hits here for Baltimore. Get out the microphone. Stretch time here at Wrigley, and we are tied 2-2. Kurt Gabriel gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Kurt Gabriel.
Into the box now, Samuel Chavez. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. Now a foul tip that's held onto at the plate, and the count moves to 1-2 now. Fastball right back to the mound. And he'll flip on to first to record the out.
The catcher, number 34, Steve Rodriguez.
So digging in now, Steve Rodriguez. He's newly entered into the ball game, so this will be his first trip to the plate here in inning number 7. This is on the ground over to first. Oh, what a stop on the slide. He is out.
The batter, number 19, second baseman, Carlos Flores.
At the plate, Carlos Flores. Now the 0-2 pitch. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. Oh, and he can't come up with it. But the recovery throw will be in time to first. A good job that time of not giving up on the play, and the inning is over. Cubs are down in order. Score remains deadlocked at 2-2. Stepping in, Mike Hara. And this tie ball game is a battle of the bullpens now, and I'm sure you're enjoying that, Dan.
Bullpens are such a big part of baseball now, Matt. All these teams have such good 7th, 8th, and 9th inning guys. It all boils down to whose bullpen is better.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Off-speed pitch, and this one runs in and nearly gets him here. Off-speed pitch, good for strike 2.
A good fastball that backed him off the plate, and then some slow stuff down and away. That's one of the classic ways to mess up a hitter's timing. Up and in, down and away, textbook.
Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away. Not a lot of offense to go around, but a very tightly contested ball game. 2-2 our score here in the 8th, as it's starting to look more like 1 run may be enough to win this one. Digging in once again, Robert Trejo. The 2-2. Popped him up. Flores moving to his left. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Now batting, third baseman, Chuck Ramirez.
Ready for another shot now, Chuck Ramirez. The 1-1 home is looked at for ball number 2. And he popped him up. And Baez will put this one away to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. Score remains 2-2. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Jesse Padilla. The 3-0. Finds the zone, strike one. And he takes a cold strike at the knees, and that'll run things full.
Hey, excellent job to get yourself back in this count after throwing 3 consecutive balls. You got a chance to get an out right here.
This is on the ground over to first. Castillo has it, and a step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Now batting, center fielder, Albert Almora.
Settling in now, Albert Almora, who could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Now the 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2.
Hey, that was a nasty pitch right there. It's the depth of his sinker. Sometimes it's a matter of whether or not it's moving east-west, but that one right there had such good downward action. Great pitch.
Almora with an even count, 2-2. He stays alive, still 2-2. 1 out, nobody on. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
That was a big strikeout there, guys. The best pitchers have the ability to strike guys out when they really need to, and that second out was really important at this point of the game. Could be something we look back on later when the game's over.
Stepping in now, Victor Marrero hit hard back up the middle. On to first, and this will remain a tie ball game as the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. And this game is still tied at 2-2. Welcome back to MLB Network. Great to have you with us from Chicago as the 9th inning is set to get underway. Alexi Diaz will be on the mound to start the 9th inning, and his job will be keeping the ball game tied until the bottom half. So stepping in, Frank Pena. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Fastball swung on and grounded out towards second. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
Now batting, center fielder, Raymel Tapia.
Into the box now, Raimel Tapia. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. The 3-2 pitch. This is in the air out to left field. Padilla moves over. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, first baseman, Joaquin Castillo.
Stepping up to the plate, Joaquin Castillo. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Missed with a slider. Cubs have someone working in their bullpen now as a right-hander's begun to get loose. 2 out, nobody on. And he lays off, ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
Man, the pitcher's wondering how he didn't get that call. Busted him inside on a 3-1 count, and the ump thought it was just a tad off the plate. Tough to get the benefit of the doubt from the umpire when you fall behind in a count like that, though.
Michael Boyle.
Ready with another 2-strike offering. Missed with a breaking ball.
He executed that 1-2 curveball pretty well. I think that's right where he wanted it to end up, but he couldn't get him to chase at it. We'll see what they go with now after that didn't work out.
Hit hard to the right. Foul. Ready with another 2-strike offering. And he strikes him out on a good pitch. So 1 run can win it as we head to the bottom of the inning. Orioles lead 1. Score remains deadlocked at 2-2. Michael Feliz comes on to work in this one into extra innings. Anthony Rizzo stands in now. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Changes up on him if that's in the dirt for a ball. Feliz has racked up over 800 innings in his big league career and has an ERA he'd like to see come down a bit. Starts the day in the high 4s. Now the 2-1 pitch is looked at off the plate for a ball.
I understand pitching carefully to this guy in the box, but the man on deck doesn't represent any relief either. He's going to have to go after one of these guys.
Hit in the air out to left field. Trejo has it in his tracks. 1 down.
Now batting, shortstop, Javier Baez.
Now at the plate, Javier Baez. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Into the corner and slicing foul. A ball hit hard to the left side. Great effort on the dive, but it's through into left.
A nice piece of hitting right there to put the winning run on base. I know there's 1 out in the inning. They got 1 more to play with that they could potentially be productive with. But this guy's looking to end this right now and put something in a gap.
DeAndre Colbert will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line.
DeAndre Colbert.
Before the pitch, a check on that winning run at first. And they'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. That's lifted the other way out to left. Trejo has a read on it, and he makes the catch for the 2nd out.
Now batting, third baseman, Samuel Chavez.
At the plate, Samuel Chavez. He's got a chance to end this one and send these fans home happy if he can get a ball deep enough into the gap. Possible winning run stands at first with 2 out here. Baez waits from first. Pitch inside. The throw is not going to get him as he swipes second. Well, that stolen base was about as bang-bang as they come, and as Show Track demonstrates to us right here, it was his top speed that really made all the difference. He's definitely got wheels, and they were on display there. Oh, a swing here and a little looper, and I don't think anyone's going to get there. That one's going to fall. And they will walk off with game 1 here at home. And on the play, the runner moves into scoring position now at second.
You expect drama and historic moments in the World Series, and we just got another one of those. A walk-off to end this thing in the final at-bat of the game. What a finish.
And fellas, when you're on the big stage here at the World Series, you want to make sure you bring the A game. And this man right here certainly did. He's our top player of the game.
And Matty, I think you're absolutely right. Some guys just seem to thrive under the bright lights of the World Series while other guys fade into the background. He was brilliant in this one, and this is some well-earned recognition.
Three to 2, the finish in tonight's game. The Cubs win the World Series opener and take a 1-0 lead. Alexi Diaz earns the victory on the mound. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, and the entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB Network. Have a good night, everybody.